Valley, this new season of P Valley, whatever. So basically, let's touch on. Okay, so the mayor died. So Andre, he comes back to Chucalissa because he's waiting for the will to be formed to see what he get left or whatever. So he's there. In the meantime, he's calling his wife and stuff like that, and she's telling him, "Oh, I had to call you back," and stuff like that. "I'm busy right now." Da, da, da. So he's still waiting. So he decides that he wants to run for governor. He feels like that's what he's destined to do. Like, okay, my goddad had this position. Da, 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 he passed away. It's only right if I be the mayor for Chucalissa. So he ends up surprising his wife by coming home early. She proposes a deal to go work for his dad. He's like, "I'm not feeling that. I don't want to work for your father. Like, I'm in a relationship with you. I don't want to work for your dad." So he's like, "Thanks, but I had to pass. I'm thinking about running for mayor." Da, da, da. She's like, "Oh, you've always passing up on opportunities." Da, da, da. So he pops up on her early, and lo and behold, his wife in there getting smashed. He think she
not even just smashed. She's sucking the dick.
She think that she's getting attacked upstairs. He's running up the stairs like yelling his wife's name. Da da da. He walks in, and this bitch is full-fledged sucking dick, popping pussy for another man while he's in a business trip. So you know he's done. You know he about to go back to Haley hard as hell. So which is the light-skinned girl that now owns Clifford strip club. So he goes back, the will gets settled, and the goddad leaves him his house. So right away he calls Corbin and like comes to my headquarters, which is the house that he got left. So now he has a headquarters to run for mayor. Now let's talk about Haley. We was introduced to Haley last season. She was running away from her man. A bad storm happened. Her baby died, and I guess she was done with an abusive man. So fast forward this season, she really became really bitchy. She was never trying to help Clifford save the strip club. Her whole plan this whole time was to buy the strip club and flip it and get more money for it. So she's a little sneaky devious bitch, and she even getting into a Mercedes. Her Mercedes was here in place. And Mercedes like, "I'm good." So Mercedes, she goes to Coach. And you remember Coach from last season, Coach was one of Mercedes' clients at the strip club. And last season, he offered her a position to come live a lavish life with him and his wife or whatever. And Mercedes passed last season because it was supposed to be her last dance. She was supposed to have her gym studio, but due to the pandemic, none of the kids' moms could afford a dance thing. So that's kind of scrub. Her money's dried up. So she went to the Coach house, and his wife was a little bitchy at first, but his wife ended up becoming more infatuated with Mercedes herself. So she calls Mercedes, and Mercedes come there thinking she's supposed to, meet up with the Coach or whatever, and it's her. And she says, "I'm the one who called you." Da da da. So I think his wife is going to do a little lesbo transition. Let's see what else. Little Murder. Why do they call you Little Murder? You murdering booties?
You murdering niggas.
You murdering booties? Like, at first I just thought that was genuinely like one of his friends from back in the day that got out. I didn't even know he knew about Little Murder's sexuality. But then before we get to the scene where they wailing, I kind of started seeing like, okay, da-da-da. So Little Murder is talking to him in the room or whatever, and he's just like rubbing his face, da-da-da. I'm like, where is this about to go? Lord, I'm not even going. I have nothing against the LGBT community whatsoever, so let's just clear that up.
We're talking about Jocelyn.
But
this is a mishap. This is this is bad. Well, Little Murder and his friend.
Yes. Anyhow, let's talk about Jocelyn. Finally got aired on the show. Like, she's supposed to play the very godmother of Keyshawn, which is Mississippi or whatever. And yeah, I don't know. Her role wasn't really too much to me, right? Honestly, it was kind of like Jocelyn is being dumbass Jocelyn. Diamond seeing the demons because he's seeing demons. He kept Montavious, which was Haley's ex that came to the club, trying to get his money back, and they ended up killing him last season. And he kept the ring, and they told me to get rid of that ring, and I think that ring holds some type of satanic powers, voodoo, so where he's seeing shit, like he's really seeing demons. He's performing exorcisms and all type of shit on Mercedes and all type of shit. And yeah, let's see. Oh, they have a new character, which I know you know her from Snowfall.
Oh yeah, I love her.
She's in the club now, and Mercedes not feeling it. That's why Mercedes fell off the pole. Like, she's too worried about keeping up with her.
And the Jocelyn ass bitch. She one of them light skinned bitches from Jocelyn's Cabaret.
Right.
Like that bitch too look like Will Smith from Shark Tales.
Right. So like yeah, so she's on the show and she's playing the role of a stripper, but she's doing a little bit more than stripping. She's providing services at Clifford Shop, which is rule 2.1 in his handbook. No sucking dick at the valley. She's, you know, I see her role from Snowfall kind of like intertwining into this role. She's sniffing coke and doing all that or whatever, but she ends up like making a connection with the white boy who's selling the pills that what's his name? The security guard is helping out. Big L. Big L, yeah, Big L or whatever. They end up making a connection or whatever. And so like, yeah, this season really good. Like, it's getting twisted. I think Clifford is falling for a little murder again. A little murder, just murdering niggas. And that nigga gonna end up killing Clifford. Yeah. He's gonna kill Clifford hard as hell. Because like he ain't never sent me no postcards. I'm like, oh.
What, the nigga from jail?
Yeah, nigga from jail. He's like, you never sent me no postcard. Who the fuck is Clifford? So boom, boom, they keep arguing or whatever. So, and I like how Wody have like a little bit more of a scene in this last episode. He couldn't wait for this scene. He loved that little mind trick thing where he gave him the fentanyl, whatever. It was great. So just tune in.
Yeah, I want to talk about the P Valley last episode. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. It gave more storytelling aspect, and you know, what's her name, Mississippi. It showed her inside life, and it's like, you know, she came from a good home, but it shows you that even if you come from a good home, it don't matter whether you're from the hood or the projects. It determines on how your home life is with your parents. Because if you look at homeless videos and stuff like that, you always see they talking about they revert back to their parents and stuff like that, whether it's the mother or the father, and that's the most important aspect inside of the black community. And she didn't have too much support with that as far as in the episode. So she went to the white man, you know what I mean, and that's never a good thing, ladies, men or men, either way. And you see she's about to get motherfucking hit in the face with a fucking iron, and you know what I mean, her kids are getting beat. The guy is wilding, he's out of control, and it's getting to the point where she's gonna have to seek some type of control, hit 2-on-1 and hit him about the domestic violence program, because she's not safe. And the weird guy who looked like Tank, the manager, he's just on some creep shit. I'm glad that he died. The dude did him up with the fentanyl, and you know, they trying to reach like the black times, you know what I mean, fentanyl, COVID, which I'm happy they're doing it. It's a little head ass, but I'm happy they're doing it. And you know what I mean, it was a really good episode. I really enjoyed it, especially the go backs. And you know, Lil Murder and that nigga, them niggas gay as hell, yo. They wild the fuck out. I ain't gonna hold you. They wild the fuck out. But, you know, I guess they love each other, and I feel like Clifford is gonna be in the middle of that. And I don't know, Clifford may die this season. You know what I mean? Or he might kill somebody. I don't know if he killed the dude, but it's a crazy situation going on down in Chucalissa, Mississippi. And you know, I love this show. It's so great. It shows like it mirrors the images of young black women, my age, 25 to whatever, 26 to whatever. And other than that, we starting to catch back up with Diamond. We're catching back up with all these people, and it's going to go in a really great direction. And I think this is the best show on TV right now.